fine. Good afternoon to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. So students, have you all studied till yesterday's portion? So yesterday I asked you to study 3 2-mark questions as well as 1 5-mark question, isn't it? So have you all studied that portion? So what are the things I asked you to study? What do you mean by database? Then what do you mean by database management system? Then characteristics of DBMS, advantages of DBMS, isn't it? So have you all studied? So this chapter is again and again I am telling very important chapter. You can expect 1 5-mark questions and 1 2-mark question from this chapter, okay? So very important chapter. 5-mark questions are very important. Again and again I am telling. So please don't skip this chapter. So please listen to the class and study well. So understand? So welcome to our today's online class. So now we are studying about chapter 11, not chapter 10, sorry, chapter 11. So now we are studying about chapter 11. What's the title of our chapter? Database concepts, isn't it? So last class we have studied about what do you mean by database. So what do you mean by database? Database is a collection of data, isn't it? So database contains lot of data. So an example we have studied. So in a class, a register. So register contains lot of details about student name, roll number, phone number, address, everything. So this we are calling as an data, isn't it? So these are the things and also characteristics we have studied at the last class. So today we are going to study one important 5-mark question. Okay, today we are going to study about one important 5-mark question. Okay, so this question is also important. Next we are going to study another one important 5-mark question. So don't leave this question also. Understand? So first, so what's the question means? Components of DBMS. Okay, so what do you mean by DBMS? Database management system, isn't it? So in database management system, totally there are 5 major components are there. How many components are there in DBMS? 5 major components. So what are the 5 major components means? Hardware, software, data, procedures and methods or database access language. Okay, so please now itself study. So what are the 5 components there? Hardware, software, data, procedure, methods, database access language. So next we are going to study about one by one. Understand? So this is the, if they ask for this as 5-mark question means, you should draw this diagram also. Understand? So consider this is the hardware. What do you mean by hardware? So you are working in the system. So what are the hardware parts? So last year you have studied detailed about what do you mean by hardware, what do you mean by software, everything, isn't it? So what do you mean by hardware? So what are the physical devices you have seen in a computer that is called hardware? Monitor, keyboard, printer, then inside the CPU, RAM, hard disk, everything. That's a hardware. So that hardware needs to work means which one will be there? Without software, whether hardware will work? Hardware will work. Whether in use is there without software? No. What do you mean by software? So in your mobile phone is there. If you are buying a new mobile phone. So without you are installing apps, lot of applications are there. What are the applications? WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, gallery, VLC media player, YouTube, etc. Lot of applications are there, isn't it? So if you're buying a new mobile, you should install all these applications. Then only based on your wish you can use, isn't it? So likewise, if a hardware is there means, so with simply a hardware, simply a computer is there. Without software, whether any use is there? No. So for that, which software needed for you, that software you should install. That only they are giving in blue color. Okay. So hardware needs to work means which one will be there? Software. Okay. Consider the user is there. Okay. So user is giving some data. So what do you mean by data? So some inputs, any type of inputs. For example, you are working in a last year you take your practical programs. So you are considered you are a user. So you are giving input by typing your programs to the computer, isn't it? Likewise, here also the user is giving some data to the software. By using software, the hardware will access. Okay. So the green color symbol, they are shown as a data. Okay. So listen. So you are giving data and the data to the software. So each data will have some procedures and methods. Okay. What do you mean by procedures and methods? In a physics practicals and all you will do means, so before you are doing the practical, you should write procedure. What's some use of procedure? So you should work this device using like this. So that you should write in a steps, isn't it? So if you are giving some data, you should give the data based on procedures and methods. Then how you need to access the data? Using some languages. So which language you are using in DBMS? Query language. Understand about the diagram? Next we are going to study about each heading in detail. Same thing only. Understand? So listen. So this you can just one time read it and you can write by your own also. Okay. So first, which is the first major component? Hardware. What do you mean by hardware? So what are the physical devices you have shown? What are the physical devices you have been seen in the computer? So what are the physical devices you can see? You can write anything. Okay. Keyboard, mouse, then inside the CPU hard. What do you mean by hard disk? It's a storage device. Okay. Then I/O channels. What do you mean by I/O channels? Input output channels. Okay. So what are the input devices you know? Keyboard is an input device. Mouse is an input device. Scanner is an input device. So these are the input device. So what are the output devices? Monitor, projector, printer. These are the output devices. Okay. I/O channels means, so inside the CPU you might have seen some lot of cables. So that cables we are calling as an bus. Are you remembering this and all? You have studied detailed in 11th standard. So the transferring of data or signals inside the devices, that means the transferring of signals inside the devices inside the CPU using I/O channels. You might have seen lot of cables are present inside the CPU, that is called I/O channels. Okay. And also lot of physical devices are there. For storing data, hard disk is there, then RAM, then capacity RAM is there. So you can write anything. So that's the hardware. Understand what I mean by hardware? So what are the physical components you have seen by your eyes? That means visible, monitor, etc. Lot of hardware devices are there. So some examples they are given. What are the hard disk, I/O channels, or anything you can write. Understand? That's the hardware. Next thing, software. So what's the main use of software? For the 21st itself, I said one example. If you are buying a new mobile phone means, after buying mobile phone, you will install lot of applications based on your needs. Then only it will be useful for you. Likewise, so what do you mean by software? Software is nothing but one program. By using the software, you can control everything. Okay? Without installation of, so in computer, we are saying software. In mobile phones, we are saying apps or application. Okay? So, this software is a main component for control everything. By using this software, you can able to control all the devices connected to the computer. Okay? So, now we are studying about which one? Database. Isn't it? So, DBMS software is mainly used to, why we are using DBMS software? Okay, so in database you have stored lot of details, lot of data, isn't it? For example, you have stored all the 12th student details in a database 12th. For 12A separate table, 12B separate table, 12C separate, 12D. So now you need to access the details from some tables. Okay, for that separate software is needed. Okay, so by accessing the details from the database, you are using database access language. Okay, so DBMS, one software is there. In this software, you have stored lot of details or data inside by storing in the table, in the form of tables. So last class you have studied. Now, you are going to access some details from the table. So for that, some software needed, or some programming language needed. Okay, so which language you are using means database access language. Okay, which language you are using to access the data from the database? Database access language. Using this language, you can able to take the or access the data from the database. How you are giving? Normally, you have studied about C++ programming language as well as Python. But database access language is entirely different from these languages. So here you are writing codes in the form of comments. What do you mean by comment? Just like an order. For example, in an assembly line, if you are standing in assembly line, PT sir will say go straight or move left. That's a comment or order. Likewise, this access language will also works like a comment. Understand? So, we are calling this database access languages query languages. Which languages? Query languages. Understand about software? So, two components you have studied. What are they? Hardware as well as software. Understand? So, next third component is a data. Okay. So, what do you mean by data? So, what's the use of database actually? It is mainly used to store data. So, the data are stored in the form of tables, isn't it? So, what do you mean by data? So, example, 12 class register, for example, your class register. 12A is a separate database is there. So, what are the details will be present inside the register? Your name, roll number, register number, everything. Phone number, contact details, then address, everything. So, name is a one data. Address is one data. Phone number is one data. Last class we have studied, no? So, this we are calling as a separately, we are calling as an what? Data. Okay. So, it is the main resource for the DBMS. Without data, for example, register is there. Your class register is there. Without writing your class details, whether it is useful for you? No. Whether empty register is there. By seeing the empty register, whether you can see any details of about your class? No. So, you should enter your class details inside the register. Then only you can able to take the details of your class students. Likewise, it is the main resource for the DBMS. So, what's the use of DBMS? Mainly used to store the data. Understand? That's the third common. Fourth one is procedures or methods. So, already I said about procedures or methods. If you are doing some practical program means you should write. So, take physics practical program. You should write first. Before you are going to do the practical, what you will write? You will write the procedures. So, what's the use of procedure? This is the way, first you take the this device, then work like it, isn't it? So, based on the procedure, you will work, isn't it? Likewise, here also, if you are installing a new DBMS software, okay, lot of things is there. Installation of a software, then management, the database needs to manage. If you need to take a report or what do you mean by backup? So, in WhatsApp, you might have been seen backups. Can you hear about the word backup? Backup means, so if you are store some details, okay, if you are, for example, in WhatsApp, gallery, in WhatsApp, you will have a lot of photos, okay, so unfortunately, you have deleted that photos. So, you need to take that photos from the gallery. So, you have deleted from the WhatsApp, but you need to take the photos again. That deleted photos or that photos we are calling as a backup file. Okay, so once already you have stored lot of things that you are taking whenever you need. That is called what? Backup. Understand? So you are going to format your system. Okay, you are going to format means you are going to delete everything. So for that, first itself you copy that whatever files you need, you are going to copy that file in your pen drive. So that is called backup file. Understand? So each and everything will have some procedures. So install DBMS software means based on the procedure you need to install. So like first you need to install this one. Then you need to give this option. Okay, that is called procedures and method. To taking backups also this is the procedure. Okay, each and everything will have procedure. Okay, for example, if you are copying some file to the pen drive, I am asking. So question, if you are going to copy the file to the pen drive. Last year you have studied this one. What's the procedure? First you need to pin the pen drive to your computer. Then, so open the my computer and you need to open your pen drive. Then select the file and copy the file to your pen drive. So each and everything will have procedures. Okay. So other name of procedure is a methods. Understand? That's a fourth component. Fifth component is database access language. Okay. So database you have created. Then based on the procedure you have installed. Data you have studied about data. So data are also you have. Now you need to insert the data. Okay. So already data are inserted. You need to you need to access the data. You need to insert the new details. You can update the data or delete the data, anything. So this all operations are done by using database languages. Okay. So if you are going to do some operations, or for example, if you are going to add, already your class 47 students are there. So one more student is going to join in your class. So at that time you need to add one more student, that is insert. Okay. So each time the marks will get updated. So that is update. So one student is leaving from your class. At that time you need to delete one data. So all these things are done by using which one? Database access language. Okay. So in database normally we used to call programming language, isn't it? But database we used to call as a query languages. Understand? Understand? So 5 components you have studied. So what are the 5 components? Hardware, software, data, procedures and methods, and database access language. So if they ask for this question as a 5-mark question, means you should write what do you mean by what are the components of DBMS, then diagram, each heading you should explain. Understand? This is also important 5-mark question. Understand? Yes. Next you are going to study about database structure. Okay, structure of the database. Okay, already you have studied. So in database you have entered lot of details or data. So each data will be stored in the form of tables. Isn't it? All the data will be stored in the form of tables. Okay. So this table we are calling as a file. What's the other name of a table? File. This is an important 1-mark question. So file is referred to as a table, or other name of table is called file. Okay. So if a table means you will store the details. For example, you are going to draw one table. Okay. So in the table you should write all the details with rows and columns. Isn't it? If you are drawn one table means you are going to write. So for example, ask one question they are asking, the difference between constructor and destructor. First what you will do? Draw the table. You will put the heading constructor, destructor. Then first point, first row. Second point, second row. Likewise, here also if you are entering your class students details. Okay, you are going to enter your class student details. For example, what are the details? Student name, student age, date of birth, your class, section, roll number, everything. So how many details will be there? Student for student name, 1 column. Then student age, 1 column. Date of birth, 1 column. Likewise, each and everything you are given in one column. So if you are storing data in tables in the form of rows and columns. Understand? So what's the other name of table? File. Okay. So tables will have rows as well as columns, isn't it? So each row we are calling as a record. Okay, this is an important 1-mark question. So each row in a table we are calling as an record. So each row in a table represents a record. What do you mean by record? For example, first row, take the student first heading, you take it. Student name, student age, date of birth, roll number, everything. That is a record. Okay, each row. Then each row is called as what? Record. Okay, then each column we are calling as a field. Okay, for example, they have given one example. See, student number, student name, student age, student class, student section. So this is one row. This is one row we are calling as a record. But that column, student number, 1 column, student name, 1 column, student age, another 1 column, then student class, another one, student section, another 1 class, another 1 column. So each column we are calling as a field. Okay, so this column will group, that means similar data. Okay, what do you mean by, for example, student name? All the student names will come under the column student name, but the student number will come under the column student name? No. So it will group related names. All the names is stored in student name. Student number, roll number is stored in student number. Student class is stored in student class. So it will group the piece of data in the column. Understand? So what are things you have studied? So the data are stored in DBMS in the form of tables. So what's the other name of table? File. Okay. So in the tables you have stored the data in the form of rows as well as columns. So each row we are calling as an, what's the other name of a row? Record. So what's the other name of a column? Field. So a column, it will enter all the similar piece of data. Understand? One example they have given. So see this example, then you will understand. So listen, already you have studied what's the other name of table? File. What's the other name of row? Record. What's the other name of column? The other name of column? Field, isn't it? So another one name is there. In DBMS, we are calling table is also known as a relation. Okay. So the entire table we are calling as an, what's the other name of table? Relation. Okay. Then, so row we are calling as an tuple. This is all very, very important questions. One more question. So you should know. So if any person immediately asks what's the other name of table means, you should say. This is the very, very important. In fingertips, you should keep these details. Okay. So what's the other name of table? Relation. So what's the other name of row? Tuple. Okay. What's the other name of column? Attribute. So listen, like this only, in database like this only, all the details will be stored. Understand in database how the data are stored in the form of tables. Tables contains rows and columns. But like this only database, all the details will be stored. Understand? So student number will come under student number column, student name in name. So this one row, each and every row we are calling as a record. Okay. So what's the other name of row? Tuple. So we can call, see this yellow color. So this yellow color is a one row. Then likewise a lot of rows are there. Each row we are calling as a tuple or row. What's the other name of another one row? Field. So record. Okay. Then column. So see this blue color. Have you seen this blue color? Yes. So this blue color, this portion we are calling as an what? Column. One column. So what's the other name of column? Attribute. Okay. So this entire thing, this table we are calling as a tables or relation. Understand? Understand about this one? This is the DBMS structure. Yes. Next we are going to study about one important 5-mark question. Very, very, very important 5-mark question. So some questions I say is very, very, very important. That and all very, very important. Again and again I am telling. String operators, very, very, very important question. So and then set operators, very, very, very important question. This data model, very, very, very important questions. Okay. So please understand and study now itself. Very important question. Okay. So what do you mean by data model? Okay. So this data model will describe how data can be represented. Okay. So how the data can be stored in the database? In the form of tables by using rows and columns, isn't it? Likewise, data model will represent how you are going to represent the data. So lot of data will be there, but among this data, how you are going to represent each data. Okay. Then that data you are going to access. So already you have stored the data in the form of tables in the DBMS. Next we are going to access the data using what? Use some query languages or anything. Okay. So first you should install the DBMS software. Then you can insert lot of data in the form of tables. Next you are going to access the data using DB, that is query languages. So this all the operations you are going to represent using which one? Data model. Okay. So what do you mean by DBMS? It is a gathering, real world gathering environment. What do you mean by real world gathering environment? That means lot of huge data you can stored in the DBMS. There from there you can able to access. Okay. So what's the main use of data model means? Listen, if you are going to design one new software. Okay. Best example I'll say. So for example, if you are going in physics, you take one 5-mark question. So in that 5-mark question, one block diagram will be there. Okay. So first what you will write? Write the definition of the question. Then you will draw the block diagram. Then you will write the question. So like in practical also. So what's the use of block diagram? So before you are going to implement particular thing, so if you are going to implement particular things, before they will draw the same thing in block diagrams. So by seeing the block diagram, particular user can understand this is the working of this. So from here, this arrows will go here. This is the working. So physics, lot of questions will be there, no? Otherwise, leave it. Practical, your practical programs are not practical programs. Practical, anyone practical you take physics. For example, take vernier caliper. 10th standard you might have studied, I think it's a vernier caliper. So what you will write? First you will write the procedure, then draw the diagram. So by seeing the diagram itself you can know, so this is the head scale, this is the pitch scale. So this is the main scale reading. So what's the use of that diagram? So this, the real vernier caliper looks like this. So it will look like this, isn't it? So likewise, if you are going to design some new software, before they are going to implement, okay, so before they are going to implement, so they can draw some models. By seeing the models, they can say, so this is the model, it will work like this. Okay, for that we are using this data model. Okay, that only they have given. The last point, the main purpose of data model is to give how the final system. Okay, so for example, if they are designing one new model car, okay, new model car. So before they are going to release the new model car, first they will design everything in the system 3D. They will design. So they will show to the company. So this is the working of wheel. This is the working of the what are the things are there. This is the working of door. This is the working of seat. This is the working of everything, steering. Okay. Likewise, before they have released a new model car, they will show in everything in the system. Okay, that's it. Before they are going to release a final one, so they can assign the software looks like this. So for that they are using the model called data model. Understand what's the use of data model? Yes, very important question again and again I am telling. Okay. So next we are going to study about types of data model. Okay. So there are totally 5 types of data model are there. Okay. How many types of data models are there totally? 5 types. First one is hierarchical model. Second one is relational model. Third one is network database model. Fourth one is entity relationship model. Fifth one is object model. Okay. So now it's a please study. Very important question again and again I am telling. So first model is hierarchical model. Second one is relational model. Third one is network database model. Fourth one is entity relationship model. Fifth one is object model. Next we are going to study about each one in detail. Understand? First one is hierarchical model. Okay. So this model is developed by a company called IBM. Very important 1 mark questions. So the hierarchical model is developed by which company? IBM. Okay. So they developed IBM. They developed an information management system. Okay. This model is developed as information management system. Okay. First point. So who is developed this hierarchical model? A company IBM as information management system. Okay. Listen, very important. So this model, all the data are represented in tree-like structure. Okay. Hierarchical model, all the data are represented in which structure? Tree-like structure. Okay. What do you mean by tree? A stem is there, then root is there, branches are there, leaves are there, isn't it? So this model is represented in which like structure? Tree-like structure. That's the second point. Then third point. So this model is a one-to-many relation. So one diagram is there. By using this diagram I will explain, then you will get understand. Okay. This model is called which relation? One-to-many. For that one best example they have given one-to-many. A parent will have many childs, isn't it? But the child will have only one parent. Whether the child will have 2 or 3 parents? No. A child will have only one mother and one father. But a mother and father will have any number of child. Understand? So this model we are calling as an one-to-many. Now understand one-to-many parent-child relationship. That only they are giving. One child can have only one parent. But one parent can have any number of children. So where they are using this model means mainly they are using in IBM mainframe computers. Okay, who developed this model? IBM. So there they are using in mainframe computers. Understand? Now itself please study. So in hierarchical model, what are the things you have studied? It is developed by the company IBM. For what they developed? For information in management system. So this is, in this model, data is represented in tree-like structure, and also one-to-one relationships or one-to-many relationship, that is a parent-child. A parent will have many children, but a child will have only one parent. So mainly this company is using for mainframe computers. Understand the first model, very important. Then diagram. So this is the diagram for hierarchical model. Listen. So we have studied hierarchical model looks like a tree-like structure, isn't it? See, this is a tree-like structure. So one-to-many relation. Listen carefully. A school is there. Consider a school. A school will have lot of courses. For example, a lot of classes. Take it, lot of classes from KG to 12. So lot of resources. They in school they have provided lot of resources. Okay. Consider next. In this course represents theory course is there, lab course is there. Okay. So if you are studying in the 12th class means 12th class you are studying both theory as well as practical. Listen. So if we have taken this diagram mean, so you have only one parent node. Which node is a parent node? School. School is a only one parent node, but a school parent node have two child node. What are the two child? Course as well as resources. Again, a course will have two more child node, theory as well as lab. So listen, just opposite you take, course belongs to school. This resources also contains in school. Theory is also contained in school. But each and every child have only one parent node called school. Understand? Understand or not? This is the first model, hierarchical model. So each model you should write, explain it and draw the diagram. Then only you will get full mark. Okay? So each model will take 1 mark for each. So next thing is the second model, relational model. Okay, what's the second model? Relational model. Okay, this model is proposed by, important 1 mark question, E.F. Code. So who developed this model? E.F. Code. In which year he developed means 1970. Okay, so which year he developed this relational model? 1970. Okay, so nowadays most of the companies are using which model? Relational model. Okay, so which model nowadays they are using? For all the database applications, they are using, most of the companies are using which model? Relational model. So already we have studied tables are otherwise called relations. You studied, no? So tables are, what's the other name of table? Relation. So this model is mainly based on tables. The data are stored in form of tables. So the table contain rows as well as columns. Isn't it? So all the informations are stored in tables. What's the other name of table? Relations. Okay. But one important thing is, so here they have given some keys and attribute. So each table they will take some column as a key. That's the important thing. Okay. So relational model works based on tables. So each data you are storing in the form of rows, in the form of tables as rows and columns. So here, what's the other name of tables? Relations. Isn't it? So one important thing is you are taking one column as a key attribute. By using this key, you can identify this table belongs to this one. For example, your class table, you can take it 12A. So you are taking 12A. So your register number as a key. You take register number so as a key. So if you are searching your details, simply if you are entering the register number means already you have take your register number as a key. So each computer students will have separate register number. Biology students will have separate register number, isn't it? So which one is the major thing? That one you are taking as a key. So if you are representing something, no need to represent all the things. Immediately if you are going to search the computer student means, if you are entering your register number means it will display all the details. So that's major thing you are taking as a key. That's the important thing in relational model. So what are things you have studied here? It is developed by whom? E.F. Code in the year 1970. Nowadays most of the companies are using in relational model for database application. Here the data are stored in the form of tables as rows and columns. So the tables are otherwise called as relations, isn't it? Which is the main point. A key is an attribute. Here they are identifying. Understand? By using this key you can identify this row belongs to this one. Understand? So listen, this is the diagram for this one. See, first here, how many tables are there? Totally 3 tables. So listen, this is the first table. First table represents student ID, name and age. Second table, subject ID, name and teacher. Next table, you are going to enter the marks of these 3 students. So enter the marks of 3 students. Okay. So no need to write all the columns. For that, listen carefully. This student ID and subject ID, they are taking as a key. Which one they are taking as a key? Whether the student ID number will be changed? No. Whether the subject ID will be changed? No. So that's which one is the important field that they are taking as a key. So now seeing itself you can know. Student, that is roll number 1, score 92. Whether any other details will be needed? No. So understand. So here they are taking student ID as a subject ID as well as a key. See, student ID is taken from first table. Subject ID is taken from second table. Now you are entering a new detail called marks in the third table. Understand? So understand, this is the second model, very, very important. Then third model is a network model. Okay. So this model is somewhat extended form of hierarchical model. Okay. So what do you mean by hierarchical model? First model, it is a tree-like structure. One, that is a parent-child relationship. Isn't it? Already you have studied. So this network model is a somewhat extended from hierarchical model. Okay. So what's the difference between that hierarchical and network model means? So in hierarchical model you have studied a parent have only one child node. Isn't it? You have studied, no? A parent has only, a child has only one parent node and a parent will have many child. But in this model, a child have many parent nodes. That is many to many relation. So hierarchical, please don't confuse it. Hierarchical model is one to many. That means a child have only one parent. A parent have many child. But here, a child node have many parents. A child node have many parents. That is many to many relation. A child node have many parents. That is many to many relation. Okay. So this model is very easier to access. Compared to other model, this model is very, very easier to access. And so what are the things you have studied in network model? It is somewhat extended from the hierarchical model. So what's the main difference between hierarchical and network model? Hierarchical model, only one parent node has many child node. But in network model, a child will have many parent nodes. So we are calling as a many to many relation. Okay. And also this model is very easier to access the data. Understand? So listen carefully. So here there's some one example they have given. Consider a school. A school as a parent node. So this school will have 3 child nodes. So in school contains library, office, staff room. So up to this, if you have seen, means you can say this is the hierarchical model. Isn't it? One parent node as well as 3 child node. Isn't it? But next step you take it. So library, office and staff room. This 3 as a parent node. This 3 belongs to student. The student can go to the library. The student can go to the office. The student can go to the staff room. So this student is a what? The student has 3 parent nodes. What are the 3 parent nodes? Library, office and staff room. Understand, that is many to many. But hierarchical model means up to this you can take. Up to this you can take as a first hierarchical model. Down up then first 2 steps you can take means hierarchical model. Last 2 steps you can take means this one is a network model. Understand? First means one parent, 3 child. Next, 3 parents, 1 child. That is many to many relation. Understand? So next model is a entity relationship model, ER model. What is the short form of entity relationship? ER model. Okay. So here, name itself having relationship. You are going to create relationship among the objects. Okay. You are going to make relationship among the objects or data. Okay. So you want important thing, listen. So you are going to divide an object into entities. What's the other name of object? Entities. Very, very important thing. So I will say each heading this points and all important. That is very, very important. So don't write blender things inside this. Okay. So in this point, you are going to divide object into entity. Okay. And the characteristics of object into attributes. Okay. What's the important thing here? In the ER model, you are going to divide the object into entity as well as the characteristics of the object into attributes. Okay, so this is developed by whom they are developed this ER model means Chen. Who developed this ER model? Chen. In which year means 1976. So in which year it was developed this one? 1976. Okay. So mainly this model is used for design, conceptual design. Okay. Conceptual design means before they are going to implement something. So this is the concept. Some persons will say this is the concept. Based on that concept, you are going to draw the diagrams. Okay. By seeing the diagram itself, you can able to understand this is the concept. So some detailed questions you have studied, no? By seeing the block diagram itself, you can be able to study the working of this devices like this. So like this, based on the concept, they are going to design. For a conceptual database, they are using which one? ER model. Okay. So it will give logical view of data. What do you mean by logical view? This is the working of this one. That's a logical view. Okay. So by looking this model, a particular developer can easily understand this is the working of this database. Understand what are the details you have studied here? So here mainly you have divide the object into entity as well as character into attributes. So it is developed by whom? Chen in the year 1976. Okay, where they have used this one mainly for conceptual design. So it will, by seeing this diagram itself, you can able to see this is the concept. Okay. So listen, by seeing here, this is very, very important. Rectangle shape represent entity. Already you have studied, they are going to divide object into entities, isn't it? So this rectangle shape represent entities. Okay. And ellipse shape represent attributes. So this is all important. One more question. So rectangle shape represent which one? Entity. Ellipse represent which one? Attributes. Okay. And diamond shape represents relation between these objects. Understand? One example they have given. See. So doctor diagnosis patient. See this one. So doctor has ID, separate ID as well as separate name. So this rectangle shape represents which one? Entity. Which is the entity? How many entities are there? Totally 2. What are they? Doctor as well as patient. So doctor has separate doctor ID as well as doctor name. So this is the attributes. Already you have studied. Attributes means characteristics of this entity. So what this is the characteristics of doctor. 2 characteristics they have given. What are they? ID of the doctor as well as name of the doctor as well as patient is a entity. The patient will have 2 attributes. What are they? Patient ID and patient name. Next, doctor is there, patient is there. What's the relationship between doctor and patient? So doctor will diagnose his patient. So some disease will be there for the patient means doctor will diagnose the patient by giving treatment. So understand this is the ER model. So one more model is there. So tomorrow we can study this model. Okay. So up to today time is over. So up to today's class this model enough. Okay. So today what are the things I got taught? 2 5 more question components of DBMS. Then this types of data model. Types of data model till this one please study and write. That's the homework for you. Today's homework is types of data model. You should study and write in your computer notebook. Very, very important 5 more question. One more topic is left in this. Tomorrow I will continue that one. Okay. Thank you students. Thank you.